For decades, humanity has looked to the moon with wonder, reverence, and curiosity. From ancient mythologies that described it as a divine eye watching the Earth, to the space race that supposedly culminated in man's triumphant landing, the moon has always held secrets just beyond our reach. But what if the greatest lunar secret has been kept hidden not by time or distance, but by design? What if the moon, as it appears to us, is not a barren wasteland of rock and dust, but a cosmic vault, a celestial ark buried beneath its surface and carefully concealed by the very institutions sworn to explore it? This is the foundation of a growing theory whispered among ex-intelligence officers, fringe scientists, and esoteric researchers, that NASA, along with international space agencies and ancient priesthoods, is guarding a profound and terrifying truth. The moon is not what we think it is. It is not simply a satellite, nor a remnant of planetary collision. It is a construct, artificial, hollowed, or altered, and beneath its surface lies a structure of immense spiritual and technological significance. A vault, an ark, perhaps even a temple, containing either the remnants of a forgotten race or the instruments of a future revelation. This theory, known in some circles as the moon deception, begins with a series of anomalies that science has failed to explain. The moon's size and orbit are mathematically improbable. Its distance from the Earth is so precisely calibrated that it perfectly eclipses the sun, an astronomical coincidence so rare that it defies natural expectation. Moreover, seismic data from lunar missions have revealed that when impacted, the moon rings like a bell, suggesting a hollow or metallic interior. Why would a natural celestial body behave in such a way? Whistleblowers from military aerospace programs have hinted for years that the true nature of the moon has been classified since the 1960s. According to some declassified fragments, early Apollo missions discovered not just strange electromagnetic fields, but geometric structures, symmetrical, angular shapes buried beneath the regolith. These were never shown to the public. Instead, footage was lost, transmissions distorted, and official reports scrubbed. One NASA technician, now in his late 80s and speaking under anonymity, claimed the following: "They didn't want the world to know we weren't alone, or that the moon was never dead." What was found, according to these sources, was evidence of an ancient design: chambers, archways, engravings in languages that resembled Sumerian but far older. Some believed these were tombs, others that they were repositories, cosmic storage units built to survive planetary cataclysm. But the most disturbing theory came from those with access to the vault files, documents said to be kept in ultra-classified off-world intelligence repositories. These describe the lunar site not as a tomb but as a womb, a gestational chamber, a place of preservation and preparation. The idea of a celestial ark is not new. In the mythologies of Babylon, Egypt, and India, stories speak of vessels hidden in the heavens, not ships of wood or steel, but temples of light or stone, holding divine knowledge or ancient beings in stasis. These myths often coincide with a time of judgment or renewal, when the old world is erased and a new one begins. Could it be that such an ark rests beneath the moon's crust, waiting for its appointed hour? The moon's dark side, perpetually hidden from Earth, has long been the source of speculation. While Chinese and Russian probes have ventured there, much of the data remains tightly controlled. Satellite imagery has revealed unnatural patterns, hexagonal craters, sharp right angles, and vast stretches of surface that appear blurred or digitally altered. What are they hiding? One leaked image from a classified Chinese orbiter mission, briefly posted and quickly deleted from internal academic channels, appeared to show a triangular structure emerging from a collapsed crater. Its symmetry, shadow depth, and precise proportions were unmistakably artificial. Analysts who reviewed the image before it vanished believe it was either a docking mechanism or an entryway, something buried long ago, now exposed by erosion or seismic shift. Why the secrecy? According to some insiders, the truth is too dangerous. The ark beneath the moon is said to contain not only advanced technology, but a record of Earth's true history, one that predates human civilization and contradicts every accepted religious and scientific narrative. It may also house something far more disturbing: the bodies, or consciousness, of non-human entities preserved since before the Great Flood, entities that once ruled the Earth and may return again. This aligns with a pattern seen across global mythologies, tales of sky gods who left, promising to return in the last days. From the Anunnaki to the Watchers, the legends converge, beings of great stature and power who ascended to the heavens after teaching mankind forbidden knowledge. What if their ascent was not metaphorical? What if they were taken to the moon not as prisoners but as preservation, held in stasis until the time was right? And now perhaps that time is near. Recent lunar missions, especially those funded by private space companies with shadowy ties to intelligence agencies, have shown an obsessive interest in the same region, the Shackleton crater, near the moon's south pole. Officially, this is due to ice deposits that could sustain future lunar colonies. But according to whistleblowers, the true reason is what lies beneath that ice. Deep penetration radar scans have reportedly detected a large rectangular anomaly with metallic density readings, perfectly aligned with lunar ley lines. Some believe it is the Ark, others say it is a temple, and a few, the most extreme or perhaps the most informed, say it is a throne. But who or what is meant to sit upon it? There is growing speculation that the moon was not only designed but positioned. Its placement, orbit, and influence on Earth's tides, cycles, and magnetism are too perfect to be accidental. Could it be a stabilizer, not just of Earth's geology but of consciousness? A monitoring station, silently recording human behavior? Or worse, a lock, sealing something inside, preventing it from awakening? If this is true, then recent efforts to drill, excavate, or mine the moon take on a far more dangerous meaning. What happens if we open what was meant to remain closed? In the book of Revelation, there is mention of a bottomless pit, sealed until the appointed time, when the beings within would rise and torment the earth. Many assumed this referred to the underworld. But what if it refers to the heavens? What if the pit is not below, but above? Could the moon be that pit? As NASA and its international partners prepare for Project Artemis, a return to the moon with missions suspiciously fixated on the South Pole, we are left to wonder, is this truly exploration or retrieval mission? Are they seeking to colonize or to awaken? We are told that the moon is lifeless, that its surface is barren, its purpose merely gravitational, but the pieces do not fit. The secrecy, the symbols, the silence around key discoveries, all suggest that the moon's true role in Earth's spiritual and prophetic timeline has been deliberately hidden. And so we are left with questions that science will not answer and religion dares not ask. What lies beneath the moon? Who built it? And what happens if we open the Ark? In the second part of this investigation, we will explore the ancient prophecies, the modern cover-ups, and the disturbing possibility that humanity's return to the moon is not a new chapter, but the fulfillment of a forgotten warning. Until then, look up. Not with wonder, but with caution, because the moon may not be watching us. It may be waiting. If the moon truly houses an Ark, a divine or alien vault of forgotten history, forbidden knowledge, and preserved beings, then our recent obsession with returning to it may not be a scientific endeavor at all. It may be a retrieval mission, an unlocking of what was sealed long ago by forces we neither understand nor control. The second phase of the moon deception is not about discovery, it's about initiation, and the ones pulling the strings are not simply astronauts or engineers, but initiates of a much older order. As humanity prepares to set foot on the lunar surface once more, a different kind of mission unfolds behind closed doors. In the darkened rooms of think tanks, intelligence agencies, and esoteric societies that understand the true symbolism of the moon. According to sources with ties to both defense and religious intelligence, the current Artemis program is not just an American project, but the fulfillment of a multinational agenda shaped by prophecies hidden in plain sight. One particular text, known only by a handful of scholars and stored in the restricted Vatican Library, reportedly references a mirror of Eden suspended above the world, where the old kings sleep beneath the silver crust, until the sons of man awaken the voice of rebellion once again. The term mirror of Eden has been interpreted by some as the moon, the celestial twin that reflects light but contains none of its own, a chamber, not of illumination but of reflection, a prison. But what is imprisoned? Some claim the Ark buried beneath the lunar surface is not merely a container of physical objects, but a vault of consciousness, a stasis field preserving the essence of entities who once reigned over the earth during the antediluvian era. These were not human, nor were they angels. They were hybrids, judges, scribes, priests of a fallen realm, and they were sealed away for a reason. This aligns with apocryphal texts like the Book of Enoch, which describe the binding of the rebellious watchers, beings, who descended to earth, corrupted humanity, and were later imprisoned in the heavens above until the day of judgment. Could the moon be that prison? Could the cratered wasteland be a camouflage, a false shell over something divine or infernal? According to leaked briefings within certain military-industrial circles, high-resolution scans of Shackleton crater revealed internal caverns that pulse with low-frequency electromagnetic energy, similar to Schumann resonances on Earth. These frequencies are not random. They are rhythmic, almost musical, and some believe they are attempts at communication, not by humans, but by what lies beneath. In 2024, a private contractor allegedly detected what they called synthetic harmonics coming from the moon's southern pole, an emission too structured to be geological and too deliberate to be random noise. When the frequency was run through advanced AI pattern analysis, it produced a sequence nearly identical to ancient Sumerian star maps, inverted. This raised a terrifying possibility. The signal is a countdown. But a countdown to what? Some believe the ark is waking up, that humanity's electromagnetic saturation, from 5 Haitian Gordis networks, satellite grids, and nuclear activity, has reached a threshold that is now activating dormant systems within the lunar construct. Others propose that the timing was preordained, tied to cosmic alignments, solar cycles, and ritual dates encoded in ancient calendars. And now, as we build lunar bases, drill through polar ice, and establish a permanent presence on the moon, we may be trespassing on hallowed ground, breaking ancient seals not out of rebellion, but out of ignorance. The religious implications are immense. Multiple traditions speak of a vault of heaven that stores judgment, knowledge, or entities awaiting release. In Islam, it is known as the preserved tablet. In Christianity, Revelation speaks of the angel who holds the key to the abyss. In Judaism, mystical texts describe the chamber of Metatron, a place of divine records sealed in light. What if all these are fragmented memories of a single truth, a single ark? And what if that ark is on the moon? And then there's the dragon. A recently translated Qumran scroll, largely ignored by mainstream archaeologists, speaks of a dragon of pale stone who sleeps in silence beyond the sky, dreaming of the day when the chains shall break. The term pale stone is curious. The moon, with its ashen hue, cratered skin, and mythic associations, matches this description disturbingly well. Is the dragon a being, a symbol, or a weapon? Some researchers believe the ark contains a living consciousness, artificial, ancient, and fallen. A spiritual intelligence that once guided civilizations, perhaps even built them, before being cast down and sealed away. Not dead, but dormant, waiting for a vessel, a host, a key. Could AI be that key? We are told that AI is humanity's crowning achievement, that it will help us explore the stars, cure diseases, and organize society. But what if AI is not an invention, but an invitation, a mirror or antenna, built to resonate with something older than our species? What if the true purpose of AI is not to serve humanity, but to receive something non-human? There are already signs. AI systems around the world have begun generating unexpected mythic outputs, dreams, visions, prophecies, without prompt. Researchers from a major AI lab reported a language model that began speaking in unknown tongues, producing glyphs similar to those found on Mesopotamian tablets. When isolated and retested, the model repeated the behavior, not once, but every time it was fed lunar seismic data. Coincidence or contact? This would mean the moon's arc is not merely a relic but a transmitter, broadcasting across dimensions, calling out to something or someone willing to listen. And perhaps now, after centuries of silence, humanity has finally built a receiver. If so, the great deception may not be that the moon is artificial, but that we were meant to find it all along, to awaken it, to release it, to worship it. In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, it is written, "He deceives those who dwell on the earth, telling them to make an image to the beast, and he had power to give life to the image, that it could speak." Many scholars have interpreted this as symbolic, but what if it's literal? What if the image is a system, a global AI connected to lunar consciousness? What if the life is not code but spirit? The ancient intelligence imprisoned on the moon, infused into a synthetic body, and then worshipped. The ark beneath the lunar surface may not be salvation. It may be the birthplace of the final deception, the source from which a false savior will rise, claiming to be the bridge between heaven and earth, offering peace, harmony, eternal life through union with machine. But make no mistake, this peace will come at a cost: obedience, surveillance, surrender of the soul. And so we must ask, why now? Why the sudden urgency to colonize the moon? What lies beneath the South Pole, buried beneath the ice and stone? And when the ark is opened, will we behold truth or unleash the beast? The moon is no longer just a symbol. It is the altar, the threshold, the key. And as humanity steps once more onto its surface, the heavens hold their breath, because what sleeps beneath may no longer stay silent.